Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions once again. Thank you so much for always liking, sharing, subscribing, of course, telling your friends about what we do right at Gusto TV. We love and appreciate you. Big Lala is very much in the building today. Of course, it is sunny Thursday afternoon out here in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. We love you guys so much for doing
Lagos.
Thank you so much. You know the Lagos? I don't know. I mean,
Lagos today. Now Lagos or Portugal, Lagos, aviation.
I don't know what they talk about, but welcome guys to the show today. The O2 Arena has become one iconic, venue. When you talk about Afrobeats, lots of artists, have done the venue before. Major artists. There's Burna Boy, there's Davido, there's a Whiskey. But at the time, at some point, they were not looking at selling out. It was just a case of just coming to appear. Maybe there was a concert there and everything, and they just come to appear. That was back then. Then it got to a point where it was a case of, what, we can actually do this. Whiskey did Afro Republic, then I think Afro Republic, brought up Tiwa Savage and a couple of other people. And then Davido as well has attempted like twice. And I think the last one, he sold out. Burna Boy as well. Then Whiskey in 2021 as well. 3 different nights, 20K capacity, back to back, selling out. The O2, someone said they turned it to the O3 or something like that as Whiskey. Burna Boy also did this thing August 27th, 2021. Davido did his own January, the 19th, 2022. Whiskey did, November 28th, November 29th, and December 1st, 2021. Iconic dates in the history, of Afrobeats in the past couple of months. These guys really, really have, they've been holding the torch, basically. Of course, there are other artists that do this, but we, I think some weeks ago, about a week or two ago, Ife and Victor had a conversation about Thames with the whole global attention on her right now. If she is actually, because there are tweets about it saying, oh, Thames is finally ready to sell out the O2. Give her the mandate and she's going to do that. Now, that is one video that you need to go and watch actually, because it's actually very interesting. But on that tweet, the replies to the tweet actually had a lot of people saying, nah, the only artist that can sell out the O2, female-wise, from Nigeria, is not Yemi Alade, is not Simi, it is not even Thames, but the newest doctor in town, Dr. Tiwa Savage. Big Lala.
Thank you for this.
What do you think?
Dr. Savage. I said, thank you for respecting her and calling her Dr. Savage.
Of course, Dr. Savage, yes, you need to give her, you need to cut, that guy with cut cap for Kubala Chief Priest. Yeah.
Well, this, we as neutrals or as fans, sometimes we want to see some of these things happen.
Yeah.
From the outside, we want our stars, whether male or female, to keep on doing big things, and O2 is one of those big things.
Yeah.
I think for Tiwa Savage to attempt, I don't think it can be a want for her, right? But
yeah,
it's a two-way thing. Does she have the right amount of leverage in terms of buzz? In terms of course, she's got the songs. You can go on O2 and perform 2-3 hours worth of performance. The only thing that is missing is does the people who are in charge of O2, do they believe that a Tiwa Savage can make it happen? It's not just down to Tiwa Savage. It's down to the guys who are going to allow the venue. Or is Tiwa Savage going to go out of pocket to try and get that gig at the O2? Which, like, she hasn't performed this. She's performed there before, but by herself, putting out a show. does she have the necessary um, investors by her side or the necessary team to say, oh, we're going to bring Tiwa Savage out to come and perform?
mm, mm.
If she does have that, those people, does she have personally the right amount of buzz at the moment? I mean, if this question had come up maybe a couple of years ago when Tiwa was undoubtedly hot, 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 like she was really, really on fire, I would say yes, of course. But does she have the right amount of social buzz around her music right now? What the only thing that she has done, the two things that are remarkable that she has done in the past 12 months, I would say, is a recent what's it called, honorary degree from University of
Yeah,
Athens,
yeah.
and the success of
Somebody's son.
Somebody's Son. Yeah, even at the height of Somebody's Son, she would have stood a better chance of trying to attempt this than now. I don't think, in as much as I respect what she has done in the past and what she has achieved to date, um, is if you're looking at, if there was a graph that was measuring how
Yeah.
big or
Mm,
how important she has been. Okay, she's been important all through, but how big she has been over time, I'm pretty sure right now is not the highest of how big or how important she has. I mean, she is right now. To
mm.
again, right?
Yeah.
In terms of personal achievement, yes, I mean, she's achieved quite a lot over the years. But in terms of gauging how big she is or how influential, if I'll put that word,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
how influential her music is right now, as at, I mean, when she was at her peak, I don't think she's right at her peak musically right now.
Mm,
She doesn't have the right social amount of buzz to try to attempt that. It's not just even for her to, not for her to even attempt, for people to see that, okay, I think we should bring the Tiwa Savage. Yeah, she's going to do wonders, right?
mm.
I don't think she needs to attempt it yet. I think she needs to continue doing what she's doing right now. She's rebuilding. I mean, this tour that she's gone on is
Yeah.
doing a whole lot of good for her. She's selling out all these different 5K, 4K, 6K capacity. And that's good because by the time you add up all those, now, that means she's performed to a huge amount of
Large.
people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's made money off it. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Uh, I'm not saying she shouldn't achieve, she didn't attempt to do any of these other things. Of course, she can.
Mm,
She can attempt to do it. But it's not just down to her. It's down. It's a two-way. It's a two-way
mm,
street. Do the people in charge of the venue think Tiwa Savage is viable?
mm.
That has to come. That has to be important. Is also important in the
Yeah.
scheme of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tiwa
Yeah.
Savage by herself will think, yes, of course I can do it. I can do it. But really, I mean, look at when Burna Boy attempted his. It was,
Mhm.
perhaps you would say, it was at a new peak in his career
Yeah. Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
attempted. Nobody small beans. We attempted at first when he was at his peak, and when he was at a new peak, right?
Yeah.
He attempted again. You get. So
Mm.
it's Tiwa Savage right now is not at her peak. Whether she, I mean, her fans want to.
But
This is not disrespect.
yeah,
This is not Tiwa Savage.
yeah, Big Lela, sorry. A couple of fans might want to argue with you, on this one. That okay, we can argue that Tiwa Savage is not at her peak right now, so she can't attempt, to sell out the O2 at the moment. But was Davido at his peak in January 2022 and he sold out? Was it at his peak when he attempted it and he did? Or would we say
Well,
Davido has been pushing for a couple of months before that time?
okay. The thing is, someone like Davido now, who is coming to do it at the second time, right?
Yeah,
He's done it the first time, and which was the hardest, right?
yeah,
He's done it the first time, which was the hardest, and he hadn't been there in a while. He'd cut he had a really good album that he wasn't able to even tour with or even
yeah,
perform a lot with because of COVID. And then he's had to come back to come and do a show at the
yeah,
O2 and now to go on tour. You get, or he is going on tour.
yeah, yeah,
Those kind of persons, I mean, he's done it before. He's when it was meant to be the hardest, he's already spoken that he's done it.
yeah,
And he attempted that the first time he attended it was when he was at his peak.
yeah.
That was the first time he attempted it. So doing it again when he wasn't at, at the same level as before, but and that's still arguable. But it's a second attempt. It wasn't the first attempt, And I think that's the major difference there.
Okay, so looking at the Tiwa Savage discography of hits right there, she's got one of the biggest in terms of discography of features. Tiwa Savage is one artist that I know never ever disappoints, when she gets featured on the song and everything. In terms of, the brand as well, she's been able to maintain a brand for over 10 years, and arguably, of course, the bad girl of Africa, arguably, still one of the biggest, if not the biggest female African artist at the moment. You understand? I mean, all of those things are there for her. Don't you think that those factors actually, is a pointer to the fact that she can or she should actually attempt this, even at this time? She's got the repertoire of hits.
I think it goes beyond having the repertoire of hits. Like I said, you have to be hot at a certain point that that more. There's no way I'm going to do this.
The hot, yeah.
And there's no way I'm going to do this that I don't go really, I don't go sell out. You get there will be that chance there. And like I said, if this was a few years back when she was at a peak, then of course, yes, I would have no doubt at all. But right now, it's important. It depends. Well, it depends on the kind of show she wants to give. She wants to give a show giving people by herself. I mean, by herself, right? Or and in this era where there's a lot of newbies, does she want to have a lot of these newbies
come around on the show? Yeah.
Let's not forget that the first time Wiz was going to do that, it was via Afro Republic.
Afro Republic, yeah.
Wiz was a big guy at that time, but they didn't. Of course, Wiz was going to be headliner, but there was a whole lot of different artists who also has social capital to especially in London or in the UK to bring people forward to come and
see the show.
Attend the show. So it depends on what they want to do. So does the Tiwa Savage have that kind of Afro Republic kind of people behind that, or people who are willing to put money together and invest and say, oh, let's attend this, or she doesn't, or she wants to do it by herself. I don't think she will want to do it by herself. I'm not downgrading her, but I don't think she can pull it off at this very moment. I don't think she can pull it off. It's better she should attempt the normal capacities of 10K if they're available. That's still feasible for her to go with. And even with that, I still think she might need to pull one or two artists to come and appear on that show for it to be a success.
Okay. Anyways, as we end, talking about what you just said right now, Tiwa Savage actually does have a show in London. In August 2022. This month, she does have a show. I think O2 Brixton is where the show is going to take place, not the O2 Arena. Like you said, it's just like the perfect sort of capacity, for her at the moment. But guys, let's have your thoughts on this one. What do you think about Tiwa Savage, Dr. Tiwa Savage, actually attempting to sell out the O2 Arena? Now, we know the O2 Academy is there. We know the O2 Brixton is there. We know a couple of other O2, venues are, according to different capacities and everything. But the O2 Arena, 20,000 capacity O2 Arena, is it really, really right? Or would it be right for Tiwa Savage to attempt to sell out the O2? When should that be? Is it the perfect time? Or you think Tiwa Savage, nah, she doesn't have the range at the moment? What do you think about that one, Dr. Tiwa Savage, for you on this one? Gusto reactions. We'll see you on the next one. Please put your comment down below. Guys, stay safe and God bless.